Edson Castillo, abanye bathi Castillo. Edson Castillo, central midfielder from Venezuela, all the way from South America. Siva ngapa mahim rumors that Gabadinho Mhango may be in Kaizer Chiefs radar. We don't know what's happening at the village, but it seems like it's a good time for them. It seems like the players that they bring in, I do agree. If you had to ask me, I saw this guy, I was like, hey, who's this guy? And I saw a couple of videos. Looking at the stats, yeah, man, stats are what they are. But when I saw the kind of player that he is, the good player, he's worth the signing. And I heard Uti Babili inquire about him, I think last season in Jan. And yeah, so it's a good player. So for me, it's a good time. And that's a good indication. Hello, welcome again to the channel. Welcome back to the Disky channel. All things about your local football. Please, guys, don't forget once more to like, to subscribe, and also to click on that notification bell. Every time when you drop a video, you'll be the first one to know. This is your boy Walter. Yeah, today we have an exciting topic, man. I want to talk about the signings of the Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs have actually signed, it's been confirmed, they've actually signed the South American Edson, or is it Edson Castillo? It's actually Castillo. It's not Castillo, but it's Castillo. So we've been saying to them, we've been pleading with them because they need a defensive midfielder. They need a holding midfielder, someone who has experience, not too young, not too old. But I like the way they went about it, because they've gotten someone who's coming from South America, where players like that are very, very knowledgeable about football. At the very same time, I saw him, and his frame, Unang is very big, tall, but he's quick. He looks like a box to box. So he can actually give us more of an attacking impetus. Hopefully his experience as well can actually rub off on these other ones, the younger ones. Abu, not even young too much, but even Abu Mart, he's always going to be there because he's a favorite. Then Abu, I don't know about this Terry there, but the young ones in Abu Zohane and Abu Mtutuzi as well. Everyone who's playing in the midfield, that kind of experience you need. So for me, it's a good signing. It's a thumbs up again. Very surprising. They've signed 3 players already that I actually agree with. Shows that these scouting are successful. Really, they understand. They've listened to their fans. So, but who is this player and what can he bring to Kaizer Chiefs? And also, don't forget, we're covering 2 players to this in the video. Gabadinho Mhango, which I'll also talk about him later on. Let's start with this guy. So this guy, earlier on, we had reports of him January or so, I think, in the transfer window, when we heard that obviously there is a problem with Central Mid. But I don't know if maybe the talks they broke down because maybe their league at the time was still on. We had heard that they actually had signed him, but maybe they pulled out as usual, and maybe they couldn't sign him at that point. But this time around, it's been reported but by credible sources that he actually now has signed for Kaizer Chiefs. But we don't know for how much, though. But by the end of this month, he will be coming to a Saudi. And now, this is a good thing. First and foremost, what I love is they've signed it very early. With foreigners, that foreign sport, you need to wait for your work permits. You need to wait for a couple of months. So at least, hopefully, by this time, he's going to be training at the very least with the club until he gets his work permit, until they start playing preseason games. He's going to have enough time to gel, to get used to the place and the players and all these things. So for me, it's a good thing. Thank God for preseason and for them to sign them at this time. So obviously, this is one thing that we can say is going in their favor. So obviously now, why this is such I guess it's exciting for us as fans of Kaizer Chiefs is because we don't know what's going on with Charlie. I think we've exhausted that topic for too long, because it's obvious based on what Kaizer Jr. had said, way before he came to Mamelodi Sundowns. It actually tells you that they have no plans of signing him, and probably they're going a different direction. Their direction is this. So seeing what we saw, or for what I saw on YouTube, or the couple of videos that we've seen him, we had to see, because these videos can be deceiving. But from what I saw, he is a quality central mid, does have goals in him. He also has a good idea of what that position requires. Very confident, arrogant on the ball as well, and it can give us that kind of mobility that the position requires. So it's not just a player that you would just maybe like in the past where they just slide here, make fouls and there, but he's very aggressive. He really commands that mid. So that's one of the things that I don't think people understand. They're yet to see him in terms of my description, but I don't think a lot of people understand the kind of player that we're bringing in. Age-wise, only turning 28, 29 this year. So it shows that at least now we can have him for 3 or 4 years. And now we can have enough time for the young players. Maybe Uzwane can learn a thing or two. And also we can have a way of having a more of a balanced way. We can actually win the games we are supposed to. I'm not saying we are ready to challenge the league, but I think we are ready to look like a team that is actually going to be consistently able to play week in and week out. Yes, we need more, but at least we're adding on top of what we already had from last season, and which wasn't so bad at times. There were times where we played some good football, but obviously the results were not coming. So this is a good signing on my side. Once again, I'm of course Provia Junior. You've actually done yourself well. So yeah, that's what we know so far. We yet to see him when he starts actually playing or wearing the jersey. But for me, Edson Castillo is a needed player at the moment. At least now, one thing they've identified, or they've actually bought where it's necessary and needed. Now, Gabadinho Mhango. Well, we've heard from Uzwane. Zwane has said that they need a mobile striker. Mhango for me has been unfortunate because I think he was having a good run there, Pirates. I don't know I don't know what happened. I don't know what broke down because I feel like he should have been playing there until now. But when you have change of coaches, the coaches always have a different idea and philosophy change over time. And that's one of the unfortunate things that can happen to you as a player. But man, we've seen his qualities. Played good derby. I've seen him. I remember a goal he played against us, or scored against the Kaizer Chiefs, FNP, when he actually scored the equalizer. That goal for me still sticks in my mind to show you the kind of quality he is. We've seen him playing AFCON for his own national team and being an outstanding player. I think he scored an amazing goal there. So Guamazul, I don't think he was surrounded by the right players, and the coaching as well kept on chopping and changing. And I don't think he had enough. We've had the players there. Amazon complaining about the coaching. So he's 30, but I think he has enough, maybe 2 or 3 years in his belt. So for me, if the rumors are true, that's also a player or a striker we need at the moment, because he's more of he's very mobile and agile, but he has goals. He's a goal poucher. He knows where the goals are. You can understand that he gives the option that we need, and he's very mobile. It's not your striker where we have to play long balls and all that. He's good on his feet, can push the ball. He has skill as well and technique. Beautiful. So if he has the right midfielders that can actually give him a supply, so that's where you can actually see him shine. So so now Kaizer Chiefs is making good moves and good ideas that they have. So the profiling that is being done there right now, I don't know if they changed their scouts or they've woken up for some reason, but that's a good thing. And at the same time, look, they're not going to be paying much because he's a free agent at the moment, because we heard that probably is going to be released by Amazon. So if there's any truth to the matter, so there, I could say it's a thumbs up again. But the only concern I would have is the fact that injuries at that age is a problem. They would need someone who's going to be playing with him, because Christian Sally is not a striker. We've established that. So if they happen to inquire about him, they need to do it quick and they need to be serious about it. But at least maybe Dupree being used as also as a backup, or them having to change. Form can be a problem, suspension as well. And also adding depth that is more of quality, not just having enough players. Because, guys, there's a difference, quantity over quality. You can have more than enough players, but you don't have enough. When you say depth, you need to look at your bench and say, if Dupree, Saile, if Black Panther is going to be staying, who can change the game? And I feel Mhango can give them, especially for big games. You're playing a derby, you're playing against Sundowns. That's where most of your campaign is won, where you actually show as a club that you actually want to win silverware. It starts there, and you need those players who have a big heart. Then they can actually bring that game in give the confidence to the young ones at the same time. So it's enough experience for them to bring him on board. It's what's needed for me, I think, in my opinion, based on the fact that they don't want to pay, we know, or they feel like they've spent enough because they're looking for a coach here, and the players that they bring too many free agents, But this is a free agent at the same time who is of quality. So whoever is profiling, let's just hope when it comes to us, he's the same player that we think he can deliver, and it's not more of the same. Because you see, when you're signing a free agent, that's one thing. It's a risk and a half, because you may bring a player that is motivated to still play at the top of his game with maybe the 2-3 seasons that he has left in him, or you may be signing a player that looks to retire and while you're just looking for a good salary. So there, you'd see a dip in form. You'd see more of the players that they've signed in the past where, we don't know where they end up. They end up being reserves. They end up coming, appearances not that much. So for me, that's what I see from these two players. That's also what I see, that meaning the league is not going to be as easy. 7th-side team is not going to be as easy as maybe they would think. But so far, so good from Kaizer Chiefs. I really think these two players can add a bit of quality to their play. We're just not sure when they're coming over. Okay, one is confirmed. We're just not sure Gabadinho Mhango is going to be coming. But do leave your comments, guys. Please tell me what you think. Is Kaizer Chiefs making good moves at the moment? Do you think, guys, we are moving in the right direction? Or is there more that we can do? Do you have any names, any suggestions? Do you know any strikers that they are actually inquiring about so far? Because for me, Mhango is a good signing, or if they are making any talks. But that's it for this video, guys. That's it from my side. Please also don't forget, again, I'll remind you every time, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also don't forget to click on that notification bell for more of these videos. You'll be the first person, like I said, to be notified. Check you next week. Thank you so much. Thank you.